Welcome to another exciting episode of Musa and Show. Here is what we have today.
Sanibona, uMzwandile Manye Chief Whip we-MK Party ubhala iposti izolo ku-Twitter eyaziwa nge-X njengoba uyibona la ku-screen sakho esho ukuthi i-MK Party ithumele i-request kwi-Public Protector ukuthi investigate lama case alandelayo. Ama case wakhona-ke bakhanda ivideo ngawo. Into engizoyenza ngizoyifaka le video le siwezwa ama case i-MK Party ekhala ngawo. Kodwa-ke iwari yami iyodwa ukuthi ngike ngabona i-trend kulama viki adlule. I-Public Protector yethu uyedwa umuntu emvikelayo, uPresident. Yingakho ku-Twitter bese bembiza nge-President Protector. Umvikela nasentweni ebonakalayo. Kwi-issue nje ephalaphala wakhombisa ukumvikela nokuma nopresident. Iwari yami nje ukuthi noma ngathiwa bane-case enjani asizukuzwa lutho ezovela from kwi-Public Protector. Noma mhlawumbe ngisho kabi mangithi asizukuzwa lutho, kodwa angilindele lutho elizoya phambili elizobe livela ku-Public Protector ngoba u-Public Protector wethu uvikela upresident. Yingakho ku-Twitter baze bambiza nge-President Protector.
He says in that clip, I'm a farmer, I sell. When you sell to get money. You don't sell to not get money. So is that not a job? Is a farmer not a job?
No, it is not.
What is it?
It is two-phrased. You can either have financial interest or you can perform it in terms of a job.
He says I sell.
But
Yabona nje ngale kule clip engicaphunela yona kwakhulunywa ngemali yatholakala emzini kapresident. Njengefama uyathengisa kodwa imali akayideclaranga kwi-SARS, akayideclaranga kwi-South African Reserve Bank ngoba kwakuyimali foreign currency kwangamadola. Wasuka u-Public Protector waba nesibindi sokuma lapha ayomvikela athi no uyifama. Kodwa uzuyasho lo president kodwa uthe uyathengisa. Yingakho phela kunemali befuneka, kodwa ke wakhombisa ukumvikela. Yingakho nje ebizwa ngePresident Protector. Indaba ekhalisa i-MK Party kakhulu udaba lokumisuseka kwemali yama taxpayers isetshenziswa ominister besetshenziswa iselwa kubo. Sizocaphuna ivideo kodwa ke ngithe ngaphambi basiye kule video ye-MK Party asiqale kule.
Why are you not suggesting that government must cut on maybe even the ministerial handbook? I mean, when you look at the benefits that are accrued by the ministers and deputy ministers, the amount of security they have, they get driven around in fancy cars, they've got security, they fly business class, they've got houses in Cape Town, in Johannesburg. Why is it that in any of the options you're proposing, there's not so much about cutting the benefits of these ministers and deputy ministers?
Look, if you want to run an effective government, you must never start an approach of the ministers' roles are very huge. You can't say a minister's security must be taken away when they must be traveling everywhere in the country, delivering services, addressing the people, but also taking decisions that affect other people who can put their lives at risk. Now, I think it's irresponsible for any country to say if you want to cut costs, you must remove the securities of the ministers. It's a very pragmatic approach. Also, there's also this obsession that we must reduce capacity in government. Cuts have been made. The last minister has been cutting a lot of responsibilities of ministers, have been cutting a lot of expenses of ministers. Even the cars that are using now, they're downgraded from what they've been using in the past. Now,
they're still expensive SUVs.
That process, it has not assisted anything. We must not move away from that responsibility.
Yeah, but that hasn't...
But you're saying a minister must drive what?
Well, the minister could drive actually ordinary cars. How about that? There are SUVs that are actually not costing over 4
maybe
million
the issue must not be they're driving SUVs. The issue must say, why do you need to downgrade to a price that is lower? But also you need to worry about the quality of the cars because they use the cars every day. You can't just cut because you expect them to be on the road every day doing government work.
Do they need houses in both Cape Town and Pretoria?
They've moved away from their families. They are requested to be based in Pretoria. They are requested to be based in Cape Town for parliamentary work. What we should be debating, which must be introduced that debate, that maybe Parliament must move to Pretoria so that everything is here in Pretoria. That debate has been open
Should
before.
We be paying for the electricity? and all the things.
That they can pay for themselves. Really, they're paying certain levies towards that.
What
direction.
levy? 28 rand.
I'm saying that can be a debate that maybe they can put more onto that from.
Why are we
salaries.
debating then? I mean, do we need to debate that?
I'm saying it's an engagement we can have.
What do you think there's issues? I don't think it's an engagement. I think it's a call you can make.
Look, it's a right thing to do that anyone who stays in their houses must pay for water and electricity. Okay. And I think something must be done.
All right, so
ngefaka le video ngoba isikhalo se-MK Party vele simayelana no minister nalezindlu abakhokhelwa kuzo eziseCape Town ezinye ezisePretoria abahlala kuzo mangabe iParliament isilili kunezinto ezenziwa ezeParliament eseCape Town abafe bahlale kubo basebenzisa amanzi abawakhokheli akhokhelwa istate basebenzisa ugesi ukhokelwa istate ayikho nje into abayikhokhelayo baphinde futhi nala eGoli ngokunjalo manje yizo mhlawumbe ezinye zezizathu lezi ezenza ukuthi ama-parties anjengo-DA ayithi no akukhathwe lapha ngoba i-expenditure iningi kodwa ugovernment wethu-ke was not willing ukuthi akhathi washo uMbalula wathi bona abakholelwa nje entweni okuthiwa kukhona okukhathwayo cha akukhathwa lutho yingakho kufuneka basikhuphulele iVAT kodwa kunabantu abangasokola bazi nokuthi ugesi umalini yeke ugesi udura kangaka abasenza nje amanzi ngicela ukucaphunela ivideo ye-MK Party
93 million rands was spent on ministerial homes while South Africans struggle. Yes, Minister Sihle Zikalala revealed that 93 million rands was spent to maintain ministerial houses in Cape Town and Pretoria. One must ask, do these ministers not have homes of their own? If so, how many days in the year do they actually live in these state-sponsored houses? GNU ministers from across parties quietly enjoy these perks, free water, electricity and luxury, while citizens face daily hardships. Not having access to water and lights for days on end. Now listen to this, and this will shock you. One kitchen upgrade for a single ministerial house in Cape Town was invoiced and paid 1.4 million rands. That's not the cost of buying a house, no. It's just the upgrade of a kitchen. But that's not all. 400,000 rands for killing cockroaches in a single house and 19,000 rands to change light bulbs. We must ask, who benefits? Here is the cherry on the top. Ministers get security at a cost of over 500 million rands. They get blue light brigades, so they never get to feel the frustration of waiting in traffic because robots don't work. They get to appoint staff at a staggering cost to the taxpayer of over 340 million rands. I'm still waiting for a single minister of any of the GNU parties to stand up and reject these benefits. The MK Party, as the official opposition, will lodge a complaint to the public protector and raise these issues in Parliament because there's obviously some corruption at hand. The public deserves accountability.
Nanka ngama-complain already akawashoyo abazokhala ngawo babhalele upublic protector ukuthi aka-investigate ebese-ke ephuma nesinqumo kodwa nje uma ukhumbula ivideo engiyiqala efake ekuqaleni kaColin Malachi la ayihleli khona no-Clement embuza ukuthi why kungasuggest ukuthi akukhathwe kunama-benefits labantu banezindlu eCape Town banezindlu ePretoria njobe ebuza already ukuthi ngonyaka bahlala kangaki kulezo zindlu izindlu abasebenzisa ugesi mahala ezindlini abasebenzisa amanzi mahala kodwa kunemphakathi engenamanzi into ebuhlungu ukuthi zonke lezi zinto ezehlela umphakathi azibehleli bona uyabona nje ukhuluma ukuthi bahamba nama-blue light abame robotini lento ukuthi ama-robot awasebenzi itraffic injani abanayo ngoba kufika le moto ze-blue light zivimbe kudlule bona so yizo lezi zinto lezi ezenza ukuthi asitaxwe-ke thina ayikhuphuka iVAT ikhuphukele thina sitaxwe kakhulu ukuze sizokwazi thina ukuqhubeka nokufunda i-lifestyle yabo ngifisa ukuthi ngithi kunoma ubani ovotayo funeka azi ukuthi laba abasiphethe manje abasikhathalele laba nje abasiphethe manje abasikhathalele ngakho sesifika isikhathi sokuthi si-exercise amandla ethu amandla ethu siwa-exercise ka-2 mhlawumbe. Sifike siwa-exercise makuvotwa nationally ngoba yithina lapho esisuke sinamandla. Siphinde siwa-exercise masivotela ama-local government elections. Ngiyawabona ama-by-election kodwa nje kulama elections amabili kufanele si-exercise amandla ethu. Nathi njengabantu funeka sisi-exercise amandla nabo labo esisuke sibaqokile bazi ukuthi hey labantu ababhedela abazokushintsha. Ngoba uma sizohlala sizithambise izwe lethu lela sizukubhenefitha lutho kulo. Kodwa nje into ezokwenzeka kuzobhenefitha abantu abasephalamende, kuzogcina kubhenefitha bona nezingane zabo ngoba nje kokuqala bahola imali eyanele lapha, banama medical aid, banayo yonke into. Abaye ema-public clinic, abazi ukuthi kuma-public clinic kumiwa ama-queue. Abaye kuma-public school, iy'ngane zabo ayifundi kuma-public school. Abaye kuma-public hospital, abayazi treatment eniyithola nina njengabantu enibavotele, eniyithola lapha kuma-public hospital nakuma-public clinics. So isikhathi lesi sokuthi uma siyovota asike sivote wisely, singavoti ngokwemizwa, singavoti ngokuthanda, senze umqondo. Sithi no, ANC beyisiphethe, asike siyikhiphe ANC emandleni, asifake nabanye kudala isiphethe ayisenzelanga lutho. Ngiyabonga kakhulu, mina nawe sidibane kwivideo elandelayo.